Hello, fellow crypto addicts having clicked on this video. Welcome to the third project analysis on the upcoming Polkadot Parachain Slot Auctions. This time we're taking a deeper look into the project of Litentry. But before we start, let me just point out to you that this video is not financial advice and that you should always do your own research before investing into anything. And now let's switch to the model. Today we're in the third column here. So we're looking at Litentry, and Litentry is kind of a special project for two reasons. The first reason is Litentry did not compete in the Kusama Parachain auction with a sister project. So we will not have a reference project for Litentry. And additionally, Litentry already has its lit tokens on the market, so you can already buy them. They're currently trading for around $5. This makes the whole analysis a bit easier because you already have an indicator for what price we can expect at least for this project. But let's look firstly at the fundamentals of the project. So what is Litentry? What does Litentry do? Litentry is a decentralized identity protocol. So what are they doing? They're doing decentralized and interoperable identity aggregation services. So one example for that would be they could do a KYC for different use cases in the crypto utility. And what would you do? You would make an account with Litentry and KYC there, and then you can use your KYC from Litentry to on other platforms, and you don't always have to do a new KYC. But well, they're doing more than that, but that's just the fundamentals of this. How many Web3 Foundation grants did Litentry receive? Only one. As I told you before, the more grants they receive, that usually means that they're a valuable addition to the Polkadot ecosystem. They got one, so that's alright. I don't know why they didn't apply for more or why they didn't get more. Should not be of concern for this video, but so to say, one is better than zero. But we can see that the other projects, they had more grants from Web3 Foundation, so it's a bit weaker on that one. And Litentry also has 13 institutional or investors, also a bit weaker than the projects we looked before, so ASTAR and ACALA. But now let's come to the phenomics, the finance and economics of the Litentry token. It's trading under the name of Lit, and it has a maximum supply of 100 million, and the inflation is 10% in the first year. Yes, if we're now looking at the allocation, so we see that Litentry is giving out 20% of their maximum supply as rewards for everyone backing the project in the Parachain auctions. There's actually a decent stake you'll get for contributing. We see it's similar to ASTAR's and also a bit better than ACALA. And the team itself has reserved 15% of tokens for themselves. I think this is pretty normal for a project to be around the 15% mark. 20% of the token supply were sold to investors. And if we compare it to the projects before, we see this is also in the middle of the range. So ACALA sold 30% of its stake, that's a bit high. ASTAR only sold 10%, that's pretty low, which is favorable, and Litentry is right in the middle there. For liquidity programs, they have reserved around 28%, which is very favorable in this case. And for reserve and development of their blockchain, they have reserved another 17%, which you can see it's a bit less than with the other projects, but I would say it's not too less. So all in all, the allocations of Litentry are okay. I mean, they're not extraordinarily good, they're not real bad, they're just in the middle, they're medium, and this is fine. But now let's come to the rewards. So how much lit tokens will you get if you put one dot, or if you lock one dot in their slot parachain auction? And at the minimum you will get 2.5 lit tokens, and at the maximum I'll calculate it that you will get 3 lit tokens. Why 3? That's where we look at the expected reward distribution, and this time it's a bit different. So now we're here. This time is a bit different because Litentry has a very low hard cap, so they're only trying to raise 8 million DOT, which would be around 400 million US dollars. And if you compare that to the other projects, it's quite a low goal that Litentry sets here. So this lets me to conclude that it is very likely for Litentry to max out their hard cap, as they also have some institutional investors backing them, and it's really not that much. Only 2% of the supply available for the auction will have to be locked for Litentry for them to reach their hard cap and win a slot. And if we compare that to the other numbers we evaluated, we always evaluated numbers higher than 2% for of dots that are available to be locked for the project. So if Litentry wins, I'm guessing that they will reach their hard cap, and that's why the minimum allocation per dot will be what you're getting. This number is a bit higher because they have some special rewards there that you have to include that come on top of the minimum allocation. So you get 10% if you join before the Parachain Slot Auction. You can actually join if you want, you can join the crowd loan via Parallel Finance, and if you use my referral code in the description below, you will get an additional 5% off on the para rewards you get when contributing to the Litentry project. So you could do that to maximize your gains here. But all in all, you will get 10% if you join before the Parachain Slot Auction. So it will start on the 11th of November. So you have a little bit time to join them. If you do that, you get extra rewards. You get 5% if you join them within the first 7 days of the auction, and you get another 10% if you do some tasks that they will give you, I think, after the auction. So I was listening to their crowdcast, and they gave some examples for tasks. So you have to use their identity aggregator and do some kind of stuff, tweet about their projects and stuff like that. But the tasks were not finalized yet, so I cannot tell you what task you will have to do exactly. But you will see that, and for that you can get another 10% of rewards. And then Litentry is the only project so far that will give a failure compensation. So if they will not win their project, the slot chain auction, you'll get 0.12 lit, which at current prices amounts to 60 cent per dot backed for the auction. That means you will have less opportunity cost if they do not secure Parachain in the first batch of auctions, which in my opinion I think they will probably not, because they're one of the weaker projects in of the ones competing this time. But now let's come to the price analysis. So what's the expected market cap in dollars? So I evaluated the expected market cap to about 300 million. As we said before, Litentry does not have a sister project on Kusama, so we can cut off that. And circulating supply is pretty easy. You can see it on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. It's about 28 million. And the maximum supply, as said before, is about 100 million. If we look at the reward ratios, you can see that they're actually a bit higher than with the other projects. But you have to remember that even though they're higher, you'll still not get that many rewards in actual dollar value, because the project of Litentry is actually not, let's say, that big. The overall market cap is pretty low, and I think currently the market cap is about 1/2 of that. So I was already very generous in estimating the market cap at around 300 million, but this is nothing compared to ASTAR with almost 1.5 million and ACALA with 1.4 billion US dollars. So the market cap for Litentry is expected to be small. At least that's what I'm assessing now for the project. It might change in the future, but for now I'm actually not too bullish on Litentry. Even though they have a decent value proposal, it is not as useful, or let's say it's not needed as much as a layer 2 scaling or a DeFi at the moment. Maybe in future, decentralized identity will become a big thing, and then there will be decent demand for it. But as of today, it's a good value proposal, but I'm not too bullish on that one. So what prices can you expect for the Litentry token after you will receive the rewards? And as I said before, currently the token is trading around $5. I'm guessing this will increase as soon as they win a parachain slot. So I think it's reasonable to expect the token to trade at around $11 in the near future, and at a maximum at around $14. So I looked at a chart of Litentry and I saw that at around $14 there is a pretty strong resistance line. So I don't think that they will break over $14 only by winning the Parachain Slot Auction. If there would be some other news, the token has actually a lot of potential. As you see, the market cap is still pretty low, but for the information that I've gathered so far, I don't see any big things coming for the project of Litentry that would push the price higher than $14. And if we then check again, what would be their market cap with the lowest outcome of a price, that would give them a market cap of 140 million. That's well, actually around the market cap that they have today. That ranks them at almost spot number 400 in all the tokens ranked by market cap, and with the most favorable price, they will be ranked at spot 250 by all tokens sorted by market cap, which I think is pretty reasonable that Litentry will trade somewhere around there by the time they will have secured a parachain slot. If we look at the social sentiment, we see they have quite a few Twitter followers, almost as much as ASTAR. The GitHub activity is 99, and they also have a few Telegram users, but all in all, the community backing their project is not too big. That's why I rate the sentiment here at 6 of 10. It's pretty much weaker than for the other projects that we have discussed before. So all in all, to conclude, what can you expect when contributing to Litentry's crowd loan? So I calculated rewards of about around $30. Could be a bit more, could be a bit less. That's just my opinion. That's just my analysis. But if you compare it to the other project, it's still better than ACALA, which they are really giving out low rewards, but less beneficial as ASTAR. And the sentiment, I also gave it a double plus, because I definitely think that decentralized identity services will play a big role in the future, but I think the time for them is not quite yet. At this time, it's more about DeFi hubs, layer 2 scaling, Ethereum on-ramps like Moonbeam, or privacy in DeFi like what Manta Network and Calamari are doing. I think that are the use cases that at this time are more, well, let's say they have more utility right now. And also I checked their application that they did, and it didn't work for me. So I did it with the Brave browser, and it didn't quite work. I couldn't log in. So this is also where I have to deduct a few points here. But all in all, I think it could be important in the future. And it will be very interesting to see how the price performs after they have secured a slot in the Parachain slot auction. But to conclude, I will only give it a triple B rating because all in all the project is a bit weaker than what we have seen before, and also I don't think that they will manage to get a Parachain slot in the first auction, in the first batches of auction, probably in the second batch if they compete again, and maybe you can check back then, and maybe they will have some special incentives if you have contributed in the first auction already, like Genshiro had that on Kusama with their Parachain loan offering. But alright guys, so much to Litentry. If you want, you can leave me your feedback in the comments below, and it would be great if you like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video, so you will not miss out on my next videos. And till then, good luck with the auctions and see you next time.